and welcome back to my channel. It is another Thursday and another installment of my Let's Talk series, and this month we are focusing on leveling up financially. In the month of February, we were talking about self-love and just loving ourselves and figuring out what that looks like, what that feels like, journaling and all of that good stuff. And so now we are talking about leveling up when it comes to our finances. It is so important to understand your credit score, and that's what we are focusing on for this series. Hold up, sis. Before we get into this video, have you given this a thumbs up yet? What you waiting for, sis? This just lets the algorithm know that you mess with me, that you like me, that you want others to see me too. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. So we talked last week about 5 ways to boost your credit. I do have 5 additional things that I want to throw in there that I didn't get to throw in the previous video. And so I want to help you level up and get your credit score up, because like I told you in the previous video, when you have good credit, that opens up the doors to everything. You can have the home that you want, you can drive the car that you want, you can get the job that you want, you can, have so many different things. Your reputation precedes you. And so that's what you want to think of your credit score as. It's your reputation. It is basically telling the world, whoever is looking, whoever is checking it, that you're responsible, that you are trustworthy, that you know how to handle your business. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about what that looks like and how to help you level up. You know what's so funny? Within the week that it is that I am recording this video, my credit has gone up an additional 19 points by implementing some really simple and tricks and tips to kind of get my credit back up there. I have probably had to restore my credit about 2 times in my life so far. So, I definitely am well versed in what it takes to build your credit, and also what it feels like when you don't have the best credit, and how you may have to ask for co-signers who don't really want to co-sign for you, and different things like that. So I just want to help you level up the way I've been able to, and just share some love, help you. I have 5 additional tips to get you to increase your credit score quickly. First one that I want to talk about, and this is super important because we have been living in a pandemic, and a lot of things have happened in the pandemic. So we've been getting economic stimulus payments, we've been getting deferments on our loans, we've been getting deferments on our student loans, our electric bills, all of those things, and all of those things are ceasing and coming to an end. It's up in May. So what you want to do, because you've been going 2 years now without paying your student loans, what you want to do is first find out if your loan has been sold. And if it has been sold, you need to find out who it's been sold to, when is going to be your due date, work out any payment plan that you need to work out, set those things up in advance, because you don't want to miss your student loan being paid and that end up being reported to the credit bureau. Student loans and mortgages are very, very, very important when it comes to your credit. Those are held to a very high standard. Those are going to be some of the biggest loans that you'll ever have in your life, your mortgage and your education. And so you definitely want to start to think about, okay, let me call Sally Mae. Let me call whoever it is that is holding your student loan to see, okay, when is my due date? When is the payment going to resume? How much am I going to have to pay? And maybe even thinking about putting something like that on auto pay. Step 2, well, I kind of did like step 1 and 2 together. Step 2 is putting things on auto pay. If you're someone like me who doesn't really like to do auto pay, I recommend setting up a separate account, transferring over a set amount to that account to cover those expenses that are on auto pay, so it doesn't mess with your regular account and those things aren't bouncing or getting forgotten about or getting rejected, or anything like that. Those bills are getting paid. I only suggest that for certain accounts, but if you're an auto pay person, cool, you're already in the game. Step 3 is going to be get a credit builder loan. A credit builder loan is a super cool product. It basically does 2 to 3 things in one shot. So you're getting 3 different kinds of products in one loan or one product. So what a credit builder will do is it will offer you a loan product and like a savings product, or like a credit product, basically. So different financial institutions will do it differently. The kind that I am familiar with, it is going to be a short-term loan, something maybe as short as 6 months to as long as 24 months. And so with the credit builder loan, what it will do is it will offer you a secured credit card and a loan product. So you're gonna get 2 for 1. Basically, right? So say you got a credit builder loan for $3,000. $1,500 of it is going to be secured with that credit card. Basically, $1,500 of it is going to be your secured credit card. And with the secured credit card, it's your own money that is funding that credit card. So that money is held in an account, whether it be a CD or just a regular savings account. That $1,500 is held in a savings account where you can't access the physical cash, but it's used to secure the credit line of that credit card. And then the other $1,500 of it is going to be a loan product that you're given cash. Here's $1,500 cash. Here's a $1,500 card. That totals $3,000. So you've taken the $1,500, you're paying that back. That is a set term, right? You're paying that back on a monthly basis. That gets reported to the credit bureau. Now you have a $1,500 credit limit on your secured credit card. So you may or may not use that card, but if you use it, you're paying it back responsibly, and that information is being reported to the credit bureau. So in that 6, 12, 18, 24-month time frame, you had twice as much information, positive information, hopefully, be reported to the credit bureau, which is going to boost your credit score that much faster. I strongly suggest a credit builder loan if you are either establishing or trying to rebuild your credit. Step 4 is going to be get added on as an authorized user. So this is going to be something where it may not be as easy because now you're relying on someone else being willing to allow you to be an authorized user. And also you need to be an authorized user of someone who has great credit, or else what's the benefit to you, right? So think of someone like your parents. Now, someone that is you can trust and that can trust you. And basically, as an authorized user, I have a credit card. It's based on my credit history. I was approved for a credit card for $10,000, but I've added my son on as an authorized user. So he technically would then have a credit card as well. He shares my $10,000 credit limit with me. When that credit card is paid every month, even though his credit information was not used for me to be approved for that credit card, it is reported to his credit report as if it was. So if I have said $10,000 credit limit and he is an authorized user and I am using the card responsibly and paying it back responsibly, that information gets split between, not split, but that information gets reported to my credit reports and it gets reported to his credit reports. So this is how a lot of people are coming out of high school and college with 850 credit scores. You may wonder how they get an 850, how they getting this and getting that, based on their credit, and they don't even have anything. This is why, sis. This is why. Because their parents knew enough to add them on as an authorized user and build that credit history up. So although this does take someone else allowing you to be able to be an authorized user, and it does take someone that has good credit, if you know someone that is willing to do this for you, this can help you immensely by building your credit history. You'll have a thicker credit profile, a longer standing credit profile, and one that is positive. Because if you've ever been denied for anything in credit, they like to see different trade lines. They like to see revolving. They like to see term loans. They like to see education and mortgages. They like to see these different products to see how you do. They like to have a good mix of these different types, and they like to have a good enough span of information that they can judge you by and say that you are responsible based on 10 years of history of good credit versus you paying your secured credit card for 6 months on time on a $250 limit. It helps, but how much more can they base you on with, a much longer time span, a lot more money that you could have access to and not default on any of those things. Other thing that, when you are trying to ask someone if they would allow you to be an authorized user, in the scenario that I use, like with me having the credit card and my son being an authorized user and him technically having a credit card in his name, I never gave him the credit card. So he does not have the credit cards. I kept the credit cards. It's just reporting. So he's not technically using those cards. I've used my credit profile to boost his credit by adding him on as an authorized user. And just understanding that I'm not going to put him in the same situation that I put myself in when I was 18 by opening up every, credit card and just being irresponsible and not paying it back. Step 5. Step 5 is going to be learn how to shop for credit. You don't want to apply for 10 different credit cards at once. Pick, review, study, figure out which one is going to give you the best benefit. What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to earn rewards so that you can redeem them for things? Do you want cash back? Does this card give you 5% with a merchant that you do a lot of shopping with? Does this one give you, some sort of reward or cash back for something that you do often? Review and find out what each credit card does and figure out which is the one that's going to give you most of what you're looking for and apply for that one. Don't apply for 10 different credit cards because then you're going to be looked at as a risk. But there are loans that you can apply for or shop for that you will not be looked at as someone who is a risk. You would then just be looked at as someone who is a shopper. Those 3 loans are going to be personal loan, auto loan, mortgages. When you are applying for those loans, the credit bureaus understand that you should not just be going to one person or one company for a loan. You do need to be educated. You do need to shop around so that you can get yourself the best rates. So with that being said, they allow for you to apply to multiple creditors for those types of loans in a short period of time. This means the window is 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, you can apply to as many auto loan lenders as you possibly can. You can apply for as many mortgage loans within a 2-week window as you possibly can, and as many personal loan financiers that you want to, or as you possibly can within a 2-week window. This is going to allow you the chance to have everybody run your credit and it only count once. This doesn't mean you're applying for a mortgage, a personal loan, and an auto loan within a 2-week window and you're like, wait, she said it only counts as one. No, if you're shopping for a mortgage, apply for 10 different mortgages with 10 different companies. It affects you once if it's all within 2 weeks. If you're shopping for a car, shop around at 10, 20 different car dealerships and let them run your credit. Within 2 weeks, it only counts for one. Trying to get a personal loan, you got some dental work that needs to get done, you got some stuff that you need to take care of. You have 2 weeks to shop with a million different financiers that would be able to get you a personal loan. Okay, so that's what I mean. know how to shop, and know what not to do when it comes to your credit. You do not want to be having your credit run by any and everyone, and you certainly don't want to have your credit run and you end up getting denied. So be mindful when you are having your credit pulled, and just know the different things that you can and you can't do. So if I could do it, you could do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already given this video a thumbs up, sis, make sure you do, all right, before you click off this video. And if you haven't subscribed, sis, what you waiting for? Subscribe to the Girl Tribe. We talk about everything love, life, and finances, and everything in between, sis. Make sure you hit that post notification bell so that you are in the know each and every time I drop a video. I drop a video twice a week, every Thursday and Sundays, and sporadically on other days too. So make sure you are locked and loaded and here with us. Leave me a comment in the box below. Let me know what you think of this video. What other things do you want me to be able to talk to you about when it comes to credit? What questions do you have? And we can definitely talk about that in the next video. Bye.
Got a different view, yo, you